In this video, I'll show you how to master PowerPoint's most underrated animation, the spin emphasis effect. Stick around for 4 super simple, creative slide designs using spin, and by the end, you'll leave a PowerPoint pro. Let's get started. All right, so we'll start by pasting an image onto a blank slide. Then, head over to Shapes, insert a rectangle, and draw it right over the image. Next, we're going to change the fill color of the rectangle here, and also remove its outline to clean it up. Now go back to Shapes, select a circle, and draw it over the rectangle like this. Position it based on your image. I'm using the Arrange option to center it perfectly. With the circle selected, press Ctrl D to duplicate it, and just place the duplicate off to the side for now. Now select the rectangle, hold Shift, click the circle, go up to Shape Format, then Merge Shapes, and choose Subtract. You should now see the image showing through that shape. Next, take the duplicate circle, go to Shapes, and select the 12-point star. Position it right over the circle, making sure the points just touch the edge. Once that's lined up, hold Shift, select the circle, then the star, go to Shape Format, and under Merge Shapes, click Subtract. Now drag this new shape over the image. Go ahead and match its color and outline to the rectangle, so it all blends in nicely. You shouldn't see any edges. With the shape in place, select it, go to the Animations tab, and under Emphasis Effects, choose Spin. Open the animation pane, go into Timing, set the duration to extremely slow, set it to repeat until end of slide, and have it start with previous so it runs automatically. Now to tie everything together, right-click the slide, go to Format Background, and change it to the same color as the rectangle. At this point, I'm just nudging the image a bit to the left, so none of the edges peek through. Now just add your content. I'm simply pasting mine in here. You can also add extra design elements if you want. Here I'm inserting a rectangle line. I'm just going to change its color to contrast, remove its outline, and send it behind the heading. Finally, when you preview the slide, make sure the spinning shape fully covers the area. If any edge is visible, just use the arrow keys to adjust the circle's position. And there you have it. This is one of my all-time favorite PowerPoint tricks. I love how many creative ways you can use it, especially when you start experimenting with different colors and shapes. Now, on to slide 2. We're going to start by changing the background color to black. Next, go to Shapes, scroll down, and under Basic Shapes, click on Arc. Then while holding Shift, just drag to size it like this. You can make it as big or small as you want. Now we'll go to the shape outline and increase the weight. I'm setting mine to about 4.5, but you can adjust it to your liking. Then, right-click the shape and go to Format Shape. Underline, select Gradient Line. Scroll down, remove the stops in the middle, and change both end stops to white. Now I'm adjusting one side's transparency to 91%, but feel free to tweak that based on your preference. Once that's done, just close the panel. There we go. Now click on the arc and press Ctrl D to duplicate it. Position the duplicate over the original, then hold Shift and rotate it like this. Once that's in place, drag your mouse over both arcs and hit Ctrl G to group them. Then go to Arrange, Align Middle, just to make sure everything is centered properly. Now with the grouped shape selected, go to Animations and choose the Spin animation under Emphasis Effects. Open the animation pane, click on the animation, then go into Effect Options Then navigate to timing and set the duration to slow. Next, set the animation to start with previous and have it repeat until end of slide. Now the last step is to simply add in your text. In this case, I'm just pasting it in like this. So now let's play the animation, and there you go. This effect can be used in a number of ways, but the way I like to use it is to draw focus to one specific point. It's a clean way to hold your audience's attention and one of the easiest PowerPoint animation tricks out there. Let's move on to slide 3. For this PowerPoint trick, we're going to start with an image. This is the one I'll be using. What we're going to do is crop it into a circle. So first, I'm just going to insert a circle like this. Then I'll hold Shift, select the image, then the circle, go to Shape Format, and under Merge Shapes, click Intersect. I like this method better because it's easier than cropping the image into a circle manually. This way, we get a perfect circle. Now just position it like this. Next, we're going to insert a ring. Just draw it out like this and then adjust it to make the ring thinner. There we go. To perfectly align everything, select both the image and the ring, then under Shape Format, Align, choose Align Center. Now everything's lined up properly. I'm also making sure that none of the edges are showing, just cleaning that up a bit. Now go ahead and remove the outline of the ring so it looks cleaner. Next, right-click the ring and go to Format Shape. Under Fill, choose Gradient Fill. In my case, there's a default gradient already applied. If you want to customize yours, select each of the gradient stops, click the color picker, and choose your preferred colors. You can add new stops by clicking on the bar and remove stops just as I'm doing here. Once you're happy with the colors, make sure the direction is set to linear and adjust the angle if needed to get the effect you want. Now I'm just going to make the ring a little thinner and resize it slightly smaller so it balances better with the image. Next, with the ring selected, go to the Animations tab. Under Emphasis, choose the Spin animation. Open the animation pane, click the animation, and go to Effect Options and then Timing. Set the duration to slow, but this part's totally up to you. I'm also setting it to start with previous and to repeat until end of slide. Now I'm going to right-click the slide, go to Format Background, and change it to black, so the ring really stands out. Perfect. The final step is just to add in your content. I'm pasting mine in here. Now just make sure everything is positioned the way you want, and there you go. Gradients are super trendy right now, especially with all the AI-inspired design styles. So this is a great, easy trick to use in your next presentation. And it looks much more advanced than it really is. Now it's time for slide 4. For this PowerPoint trick, I'm going to start by inserting an image. There we go. Now I'll position it to the left like this. On the right-hand side, I'm going to insert a black rectangle. Next, I'm adding some text on the white background. Feel free to design your slide however you'd like. The main trick I'll be showing you is how to add a spin animation to text. Now I'm just making sure that the image is centered. Perfect. Next, go to Insert, Text Box, and type the text you want to transform. The font I'm using is Amasis MT Pro, size 80 in white. Now type your text. Select the text box, go to Shape Format, Text Effects, Transform, and choose the circle option. Hold Shift and drag the text box until it forms a perfect square. This ensures the text wraps in a circular shape. You can adjust the size as needed. Next, go back to Text Effects and add a shadow. This just helps the text stand out more in this design. Now, before we add the spin animation, We need to place the transformed text circle between the subject of the image and its background. Let me show you how to do that. Select the image, then duplicate it by hitting Ctrl-D. Then go to Picture Format, remove Background, and use Mark Areas to make sure only the subject is selected. You can also use an online background remover. That's what I usually do, but I'm showing the PowerPoint method here. It's not perfect, but it works well for simpler images. Now position the isolated subject over the original image. Then go to Crop and drag the sides to trim down the boundaries of your duplicate image. This will make it easier to select the background in the next few steps. Okay, now select the background image, go to Picture Format, and set the saturation to 0. This helps the text stand out more. Now drag the circular text behind the subject image. If your image isn't automatically appearing in front, just right-click it and choose Bring to Front. Alternatively, you can right-click the background and choose Send to Back. Okay, now for the spin animation effect, select the text box, go to Animations, and under Emphasis Effects, choose Spin. Open the animation pane, click on the effect, go to Timing, and set the duration to Very Slow, or any speed you prefer. Set it to Repeat until End of Slide, and make sure it starts with Previous so it plays automatically. And there you have it. Now let's preview the effect. This slide trick can be used in so many creative ways, and I've got more tutorials using rotating text right here on the channel, so be sure to check them out. If you enjoyed this video and want more awesome presentation design tutorials, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.